everybody. Good to see you all. Hello, Stephen. Just got in there. Carmela, good to see you again. Isla, hello. You had a sleepover with your big sister. That must have been nice. Did you have sweets and not get any sleep? I bet. Hello. Also, Stephen went for a walk. That's great. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Florrie. Good to see you all. I'm just looking through all the list. Nice bright Monday morning. Look how keen you all are. That's fantastic. Just a couple of things to say before we start is that it is bank holiday next week. I wasn't sure if it was this week, was it? So I will continue doing my spelling over half term, but I won't do bank holiday Monday. So we've got all this week and then we've got Monday off next week. Okay, just so you know. So hello everybody. Let's have a quick check-in. How's everybody feeling? There's been lots of talk about schools going back on the 1st of June, hasn't there? So that might have made you feel a little bit unsettled. We still don't know who will go back and who won't. So I think it's best just to keep going as you are. Keep talking to your school, keep talking to your teachers via email, coming to things like this, doing a bit of learning, and just get through each day, day by day. You're good, Ronan. That's excellent. Okay. Carmela's had a new squishy. Oh, I know you like your squishies, don't you? When we get back into school, you can bring all your new squishies in. That's excellent. Okay. And Ronan, you've got the news on right now, have you? Okay. It's also good sometimes to turn the news off. I find myself doing that. I watch the news and I get really quite anxious. So it's sometimes good to go out for a walk or switch the news off and listen to some music or watch some telly. So you're going into school a bit, are you, Camilla? That's good. I bet that's helping, isn't it? Excellent. Okay, right. So that's our check-in. I'm checking in as well, just to say I'm feeling good. I had a nice weekend. The sun is still shining. I still haven't managed to get to the beach, and I'm hoping to get to the beach and have a go on my paddleboard sometime. You got in the sea, Chloe, on Saturday. Oh, is it cold? I'm going to have to get my big wetsuit out if I want to go paddleboarding because I'm bound to fall in. Okay, so let's have a quick retrieval now. So when we do our retrieval, just a reminder that last lesson we did the E sound and the spelling of two E's together. Okay, because not every E sound has two of those E's, does it? But that's the one that we've been doing. Yeah, having the radio on's quite good, Ronan, I think. Yeah, I bet the sea was cold, Chloe. Okay, so EE for the sound we're doing. And today we're going to do I, the sound I with 3 letters. Okay, so this is one sound, 2 letters. And one of the words you can do with that is keep. Okay, but lots more. So that's a quick reminder of doing E last week before the weekend on Friday. And also we do our spelling quiz, don't we? So now we've got to do our spelling quiz. So I'm saying hi, Dylan. I don't think Dylan's here, but maybe he is. We're going to do so you need a pen and paper, 1 to 10. And we're going to do the 5 words that we did on Friday. Plus I've shuffled up 5 more. And I had a terrible, I made a terrible mistake last week. I'm going to pretend that I did it on purpose for you to spot. But it was for the word 40. Just a quick thing on that though. So I spelt 40, don't know what I was thinking, with the word for, number 4, and then T on the end. And actually it's F-O-R, not F-O-U-R. One of the things though, how to remember sometimes spelling is to remember a story around things. So when you're remembering how to spell 40, you can remember spelling with Jules on lesson 32 on a Friday. Jules spelled 40 wrong. See, we all make mistakes, but you can remember that spelling from that. And I think it was Isla I had to thank for spotting that error. Okay, so number 1, you got your pens and pencils ready? Or pens? Number 1 is actually, we're going to do the word 40. Okay, try not to make the mistake I made. Oh, well, don't eat your sweets, Carmela. It's not even 11 o'clock. Got to be good and do what you were told. Okay, number 1 is 40. The number 40. So I'll write it's 40 as a number. How do you write it as a word? Number 2, I'm going to shuffle these up. So then we're going to do the word call. So I am going to call Mr. Turner later. He's a teacher at my school. I am going to call on the telephone Mr. Turner. And for any of my students from my school, Mr. Turner says hi. So number 2 is call. Number 3 is another number, and it's 50. 50. So 50. Okay, so shall I draw a little telephone on this one? That's supposed to be a telephone. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Okay, so we've got 40, call, 50. Number 4, let's go back to another word. Brother. Okay, do any of you have brothers? So brother. Or you might know some famous brothers. I'm trying to think. You won't, you're too young to remember the Bros twins, but they were brothers. Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture of 2, and it's boys, isn't it? 2 boys as brothers. Okay, it doesn't have to be 2 boys, does it? You can be a girl and have a brother. I've got a brother. Mr. Turner's fine, Carmela. He's busy and doing well. Number 5. So we've done brother. So let's have another number. 60. Number 60. Okay, and if you can remember your root word of the number and then the suffix, you remember the suffix, then you should get there for that one. Oh, you've had chocolate for a snack, have you? Yeah, that's not bad. Chocolate's nice. 11 o'clock, cup of tea and a piece of chocolate. Okay, number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do another word is was. I don't think I can draw a picture for was, but I was going to go to the shops once I finished spelling with Jules. There you go, was. Remember with was, remember they're red tricky words often. So with was, it's not spelt with the letter sounds that it uses, but you can say it in a different way to help you remember. You haven't had any breakfast, Ronan. Always good to have breakfast before you do learning. You must be starving. Okay, number 7. Let's have another number, and it's 70. 70. And then number 8 is another word, quite a difficult one with 3 sounds. K, d. 3 sounds, but 5 letters. Could. So I could tell you how to spell it, but you've got to try to do it yourself first. Could. Okay. And number 9 is the last of our numbers that we learnt yesterday. 80. Number 80. 80. Oh, you posted a surprise. How lovely. Well, I should look forward to getting it, Florrie. Thank you. Okay, and finally, number 10 is the last word is mother. Okay, mother. Mother. Right. Okay, let's see if we can put these spellings in now, see how you did. So just to remind you, especially if you're new to the spelling with Jules, actually I'm going to do it. If I spell, so 40, you spell f or T, T-E, okay? But if you'd spelt it like I did, wrong, last Friday, don't just cross out the whole word, tick the letters that you got right, and then ring the ones that you didn't so you can fix it. Okay, that's how you correct your spelling, like a spelling detective. If you just cross it out, then you never learn which letters you haven't got. You go, oh, that's interesting. And you can say, oh, I did the number 4. So I have to remember for 40, you miss out the U. Okay, right. So number 1, number 2, 50. Again, it's not like 5, is it? But it is phonetic. So it's f, and then e. Okay, that's your suffix. So you've got this root word and then the suffix t each time. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm going through the numbers, aren't I? That's number 3. 50. Okay. Number 2 was call. I saw the telephone. Okay. And call, k, or all. And you could think it's like this, couldn't you? Or like this, even. So you could still tick, if you'd done it similar to this, you could still tick those 2, and then you'd have to fix that bit. And you could tick on that one, those 3, you'd have to fix that and add an L. Okay, so you could still get it right. But if you were to say that, you'd say Cal, wouldn't you? So you could remember how to spell by saying Cal. Okay, number 4. Brother. So we've got brr, 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 but and then it's not a U for it's an O. And that's why you hear people say bro, don't you? Stephen does that. Stephen, number 9 was 80 and number 10 was mother. Okay, so you've got bro, but we say brother. So it's and then the O there is an sound for this bit, brother. So you might have spelt it, very, very common, like this, because of that. So you can tick all the other letters, and then you need to fix that and remember it's an O. Okay. That's why it's one of the red tricky words. We call it's not phonetic. Okay, next one, number 5, 60. T. Okay, remember the suffix? So T. Next one was. So and this is the one I remember a bit like this, where you could, for call, you could say Cal. For was, you could say was. Because lots of people might spell was like that because of the O. But for was, the O is an A. Okay, so in your head you could say was to spell was. It's sort of for your spelling voice. Remember, I heard it for library. So library's got an extra R in it, or February. So you could go February, library. Now you wouldn't say it like that, but you would. You could in your head, your spelling head, to remind you how to spell it. And it's the same with was. You could say was. 70. Remember, this is Stephen without the T. And then your suffix at the end. So 7 is your root word. TY is your suffix. 70. Okay, and then the number 8 is could. And that's that OUL bit, isn't it? So d. So the OUL there's quite hard. But it is the same as should and would. So you've got could, should, would. And this bit is spelled the same, and you just replace the C with a sh or with a W. And then that's those 3 words for you. Should, would, could. Okay, all with an O-U-L-D. Number 9 is 80. So E-I-G-H-T. So it's 8. Now that one is very confusing for us because today we're going to be doing I, but you don't say IT for that one, do you? You say 80. I have to add the Y on there for our suffix. Okay, and the last one is mother. Now, like brother, it's okay, and that is the tricky part there. You can't quite see that, can you? Sorry. I'm going to try and squeeze it on. Squeeze it on over here. So that bit you might put a U for the sound. Okay, still doesn't fit. I'm going to do it here. My board seems to move around. There you go, just fits. Mother. Okay. 10 out of 10 for Ronan. 10 out of 10 for Carmilla. 10 out of 10 for Chloe. 10 out of 10 for Isla. Well done, everybody. Okay, if you haven't got 10 out of 10, don't worry. Don't feel disillusioned because there's no point in you being here if you're not learning. And you don't learn if you don't make mistakes. All right. 6 out of 10 because you thought it was teen. Okay, Stephen. Well, there we go. So remember we talked about auditory discrimination and we talked about it with regards to V. So V and F. Okay, they're hard to hear, but T and teen are also hard to hear. So you've got to discriminate between very tiny sounds. And that's why it's hard. And particularly if you have dyslexia, those sorts of sounds are very hard to discriminate. So you've got to practice, lots of practicing. Chloe, number Chloe 2, hello. Okay, so Stephen thought it was 14, but it was 4T, but they do sound really similar, don't they? Okay, but well done, everybody. Good to see you, Chloe. Okay, so let's have a look now. We've done our remembering from last lesson and our spelling quiz. We'll have 5 new words to do at the end of the lesson, but now we are doing I-G-H. Those 3 letters, 1, 2, 3, make one sound, and that sound is I, similar to the alphabet letter I. Okay, and there are other ways, aren't there, of saying I, like hi. Okay, but that's using the one, so you've got I, so you're using the one letter. All right, let's have a quick look at drawing it. So if this is your line, okay, this sound here, IGH, has a descender, so the G goes down, and it has an ascender, so the H goes up. So if this was your line in your book, and this is your imaginary halfway line, you could do I, the round bit of G, and then the other bit, the descender, goes to the next line halfway down. So I, G, and then the H goes right from the top because it's got an ascender, and then it curves around. So I, G, H, and it all fits in that line. So those 3 sections should be the same size. The only bits that aren't are the descender for the G and the ascender for the H. Okay, let's have a go at doing it joined up. So it's our second line down. So if you're doing it joined up, start on the line, you go up, and then you do your curly, remember your curly curve for cousins, and then you come down, and then you do your H. Okay, so you join up. Some people, if they loop, might join the G up too. So they might do this. That's not as popular these days, but it does mean you join everything up. But we tend to do it like this now, or we print. Okay, so there's 3 different ways of drawing. Remember, if I can find it, here it is. Do you remember how I showed you, if you want to practice placing your letters in the line, you can get a ruler and a highlighter, and you can use the wide part of the highlighter with the ruler to highlight half your line. If you highlight half your line, you can then practice placing your letters in that highlighted bit, and then just have the ascender and the descender out of it. Okay, so it's worth doing that. And it's just the, I've got the highlighter down here. Let me just quickly show you. So you get, see, it's got a wedgie, oh dear, it's dropping my highlighter. So it's got a wedgie shape there, and you use that nice wide bit, and you go across with your ruler with the wide bit along the line, and it makes a perfect halfway, so you can practice your placement. Okay, but do make sure you get the direction first. If you get the direction and the formation right, even if you do it very messy, that's fine, or joined up. Okay, that's fine, but get it right. Then you can start practicing placing it in the lines. Okay, let's come up with some words. What have you got for me today? I have got, I find my page again now. I have got hi. So if I put an at the end of I get hi. Okay, now if I put a T at the beginning of hi, I get thigh. I. So you've got I or I. What else have we got? What about this? I. I. Sight. That's my picture for a sight. Can you see it's supposed to be an eye? It looks like a spider, doesn't it? Very good, Carmela. Night. So I. Night. I'm going to do a moon with some stars for night. Okay. Now, if I add an L in here, an all, we've then got slight. Okay, now you might not have heard of that word, but you can make a slight on people. So it means a slightly an insult. If you insult somebody, it's a slight. But as Stephen's done, this is where you can play with words. So you can see with hi, we add a T and it becomes thigh. With sight, we add an ul and it becomes slight. If I take off the S, then it is, like Stephen said, light. So you can see you're playing with the letters all the time. You can take some off, put some in. Yeah, so good. We've got here, that's a nice one, tonight. So as Ronan said, so I could add to there, to night. So you can add letters and you can take them away. So that's a good one. Good example there. Well done, Ronan. Now, what about this? A knight in shining armour. Okay, so there we would have a K and an N, silent K, and then I, and then a t. So n, I, t, night, as in the ones that joust and wear armour. Have a night. Now, what about if you're tall or you're short? What do we measure? Good, come at a night. If we measure whether you're tall or short, we are measuring your I, so it's I, height. And that's a difficult one, isn't it? Because it's got he, so it's like height. Or if you took off the H, it's eight, hate. So you can see how it's really difficult, isn't it? But so that one is height. Okay, but it's still got the I in it. So even though it's difficult, there are some clues for these. Height. So that's a good one. Look at that. It's light, so I can't go to sleep. Tight is a very good one. Okay. And then from Isla, the slight, light, night, might not wake up tonight. Very good. And actually that's another meaning of slight, is if you're slender or you're slight small, you're a very slight person. It means they're sort of slender and light. Okay, very good. Yes, you're right. Mr. Turner is very tall, isn't he? So we could also say he's high up. Okay, he's high up, isn't he? Yeah, so your height, good. Okay, oops. Meant to press something else there. Okay, good. Right, I've got a couple of others. I thought this was a nice one. Delight. Now, some of you may know Angel Delight, but you're an all absolute delight, the fact you come to my lessons. Okay, so we've got de, so de, all, I, t, delight. The night hates the light. Very good. Maybe the night hates the night as well. Good stuff. Okay, one more and then we'll move on. And then, oh, I tell you what, actually, two. So one, no, just one. Twilight. Now this has an I sound, so t, w, I, and then I, t. So some of you watch this, don't you, if you're older? Twilight. Okay. There we go. And you could have, instead of twi, you could put in high, and then you could have highlight, like a highlighter, or you've got highlights in your hair. So you've got highlight, twilight, night, height, slight, tonight. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our new words. Now we got up to 80. So we're on. So we've got 5 words to do. And then thank you, Stephen. We're nearly at time for 5. Okay, we've got 90. So it's that split digraph, n, ein, and then t. With your suffix, 90. We've got 100. Okay, so we've got 90 and then 100. So we've reached 100. N, d, r, e, d. Okay, 100. So I thought it would be fun, just to finish off the numbers, to do 1,000. Okay, so we've got ow, and thousand, a million. So million, and then billion. I've missed out. I'm not going to do trillion. I thought we'd do billion. Oh, I put brilliant. I don't want to put brilliant. I want to put billion. Billion. I've joined that up for you, that one. Billion. So 90, 100, 1,000, million, billion. I'm going to test you on those next lesson. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. Okay, good to see everyone today. Have the rest of a lovely day and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.